Good morning and welcome to Lifestyle Matters. I'm your host, Blake Buck. Today I'm joined by Dan Amos. Thank you so much for joining me today.
Hey, you're welcome. I'm glad to be here.
So we have a really exciting topic. We're going to be talking about the Sportsman Show here in Eugene coming up in the next month or so. And specifically about the photo contest that you guys have been doing. You started that last year, is that right?
That's correct.
So tell me first about like the heart and why did you guys decide to do this photo contest?
Well, Joe is the guy that runs the sportsman shows, and he really loves the community. He loves the business owners, and he wants people to show their expression by being involved in the outdoorsman shows. And one of the greatest ways to do that is to bring in your photos and bring in experiences where you've been out in the wild and brought it to other people to share with others.
Yeah. Talk about bringing in your photos. A little bit different. I know in the digital age, people are used to submitting online. How do you submit a photo for this contest?
Well, we have a website for it, agentofthewild.com, and it's a photo contest. You can go there and find out all the information.
Yeah.
And it's really easy. You just print out an 8x10 or 11x14, and you put it on a mat and bring it to the location.
Yeah.
2 days before up to 2 days before the show. And then we judge the show and see who's going to win. There's big prizes. It's a great opportunity.
Yeah. You briefly mentioned prizes. Let's talk about the prizes that you guys are offering this year for the photo contest.
Well, we have 3 categories, and each category can win $250, which is a nice, amount of money. It says, hey, you actually did something pretty great. And then we also have best in show.
Okay.
And that's a $500 prize. It's the best photo at the entire show.
Okay. So while people are out or have captured pictures over the last year or so, what are each category that we can look for so people can remember to, pick out those photos that might fit?
Well, we have a brand new one this year that gives a lot of different opportunity to people. We have a trail cam option, so people can enter their favorite trail cam photo that they got of an animal doing something interesting, like maybe a bear scratching his back on a tree or something like that. But also we have things for enthusiasts and wildlife photographers as well. So you could have, maybe a picture of a giant buck or something like that. So wildlife, and then landscapes, people who just love to go out there, the beautiful waterfalls, the beautiful sunsets. And we have a little bit of everything for everyone to be involved.
Yeah. And talk to you about the judging process and how that is decided who wins.
Well, I've been doing photography for over 20 years now, and I have seen a multitude of different images. I mean, my life has been images.
Yeah.
And I like to be part of it. And then I get a few more people involved. There's a guy named Craig Reed who helps me judge, who has been in the journalistic industry for over 40 years, and he helps judge. And what we do is we look for consistency and storytelling within the image.
Yeah. I like that. I know I used to take photos in the past as well too. And I was pretty lucky our neighbor had a black room. So I developed some film as well. Yeah. So that's amazing. I always like to look at landscapes and different images of animals and, living in the Pacific Northwest here. There's such a diversity of landscapes and animals to take photos of.
We are so blessed when it comes to photography and a beautiful place to live. And there's so much opportunity out there for people to get wonderful images of wildlife. It might be a giant bull elk, or it might be a fox in the flowers or something like that, and just there's so many places. And that's the thing I want people to share their experiences at the show, at the photo contest, maybe meet more people and do something away from the algorithm.
Yeah. And I'm excited as well too to see some of those trail cam photos. It's always amazing to see wildlife with nobody around, right?
There's a lot to be said about that. And when you go to something like wildlife safari, beautiful place, unique, but the animals act different there.
Yeah, they do. Well, Dan, thank you so much for coming in today and talking to me about this photo contest that you guys will be having at the Sportsman Shows here in Eugene and in Roseburg. And thank you all for joining me as well, too. I'm your host, Blake Buck. We'll see you again next time.